Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. This time for our weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 29, and it was titled Bad News, Good News. Alright, y'all. So before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright, so this episode, yeah. This episode. Let's just jump into the people who really ain't do too much of nothing. Lindsay and Scott. So we see Scott, right? And Scott, he playing with his dogs. First he laid in the bed. Would look like he just had the pillows beside him or something like that. Then he wake up, he playing with his dogs and stuff. And he was saying like he fell in love with Lindsay and stuff when she was in prison. And he didn't realize that she was a hardened criminal while she was in there. But when she came out and she flipped over his office the way she did, he was just like, you know, this is just too much for me. And she got to go. So he said he asked her to leave, and she was like, no, this is my house too, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know how she was acting, right? And so he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just biding my time because people like her usually go back to jail. So I was just waiting my time because she gonna go back to jail in a month. 2 weeks later, in my SpongeBob voice, okay, she back in jail. I said, look at this shit right here. Look at this. So she back in jail because she was test driving a car. Like, what money you got, boo? Test driving a car. Oh, okay. But she test driving a car, right? And while she test driving a car, the cops pull her over and there was drugs in the car. She talking about something, the drugs wasn't hers. Okay. But since she was in the car with the drugs, she can get an additional 5 years or something like that. First of all, who was you with? Okay, the story sounds suspect as hell, okay? Because you test driving a car and the cops pull you over. Why would they have to check the car if you was just test driving a car? Typically, when you test drive a car, the person from the dealership is with you in the car. So why wouldn't the man from the dealership be like, oh, well, we test driving a car, yada, yada, yada. That's why maybe he ain't got no tags, or what was the issue that she got pulled over? And then they had to search the car. Like, what? Her story don't make no sense. I think she was stole a car. That's what I think. Okay, this is alleged. I don't know if this is what happened, but this is what I think. This is my opinion. So don't be trying to come for me, okay? I think she stole the car. And so then the cops went to go find her with said stolen car because we saw her in the last couple episodes and she looked high off her gourd, okay? So I think she stole the car. Maybe she had somebody with her. Maybe she didn't. She had drugs on her. So when they told her to get out the car, they patted her down. They had to check the car because she stole the car and they found the drugs. So that's why she went to jail. That's my theory because I don't typically see people getting pulled over and cars getting searched and you test driving a car. Okay, Lindsay, whatever you say. But anyway, she said she apologizing to her daughter. And then she cussing Scott out, talking about something, you ain't nothing, you disgusting, you, what'd she say? She said something else, like you the biggest regret, you a sick person, that's why you 52 years old and you single, and she promising her daughter that she not going to go back to jail anymore. When she get out of jail, she not going. Girl, how many times you done said that to your daughter? Like, be quiet. Like, if you was really going to do it for her, you was going to do it for her. But no, you out here you wilding out and on TV. Like, this man could have been called the cops. Scott better than me because I'd have been called her parole officer and had her locked up. She wouldn't have been test driving nothing, okay? But the back seat of the dang one police car and some handcuffs. Don't child by. But anyway, he says that he was happy walking away from the relationship. It was fun. I was like, what was fun? You sleeping with her? Like, ew. And challenging, but it was time to move on. And then her last remarks to him was, I'd rather get a pap smear and a root canal than ever speak to you again. Girl, shut up. This man did all this stuff for you, and then you got in your feelings because he was talking to some prostitutes way before you. Like, girl, stay in jail. Stay in jail. And the grandmama at this point just need to go on and adopt little Molly Grace, because Lindsay ain't gonna do right. And like, you got this girl in this whole house. You got, look, you done pitched the fit because the man ain't had no room for the little girl, right? Then he finally get the room for the child in the attic, which I still don't understand why she had to go in the attic, but whatever. You finally got this room for this little girl in this attic, but you can't even stay out of trouble, out of jail long enough for the little girl to sleep in the room for a month. Like, how long was she even in this room before you wilded out and was acting the whole damn fool and was on drugs? And like, come on. Like, I'm just glad she done and over. And I hope somebody watching this and don't pen pal her again or nothing like that, because girl is crazy. Marcelino and Brittany. So this was sad. Like, this was really, really sad. They're packing up to go to Alaska. It's chaotic. They getting in the car. They got, 12 kids, child, and the mama. And then Marcelino, he like, I don't want to go to Alaska. I'm Puerto Rican. I like it when it's hot. It's cold up there and stuff or whatever. So the mama like, it's not that cold. It's not wintertime yet. It's going to be all right, son. He like, all right, whatever. I don't even want to go up here. I don't even like you like that. So... but I'm gonna do it for my wife. So they get up there and Brittany is saying like, are you going to see my dad or something like that? And she was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to see him. We was together for 22 years. And then she started crying and stuff. So Brittany like, well, my mom go ahead to put on a brave face. And if I could get over confronting my past and forgiving myself and apologizing and doing all of that stuff, she can. I was like, she not you though. You can't say what she can get over or whatever, but whatever. And then Brittany says if her mom doesn't heal in every aspect of her life, then she can't be in her life. I said, okay, Brittany. Like I said, they in Alaska. The mom, she chilling in the lobby. Brittany, like, I was trying to call you. She was like, girl, I don't got no reception out here. Like, I got this Boost mobile phone. I ain't got no reception, girl. And so she was like, all right, well, you ready to go to Jackie's house? She was like, Dad, we just got here. I ain't even unpack or nothing. I ain't brushed my teeth, nothing like that. I ain't put on no new outfit. Like, why we gotta go see her today? So Brittany was like, well, why wait? What we waiting for? So she was like, all right, I guess I'm ready or whatever. So they all pile up in the car, all 12 kids, Marcelino, the mama, Brittany, they getting all over there to the mama house, right? So Brittany, Marcelino, and the 12 kids, they go up in there. They say hi to the mama first or whatever. And Brittany tells us that the grandmom, Jackie, she was saying like if the Jackie ain't had no cigarettes, she would take them down to the supermarket or whatever and had them digging in the dang trash, I guess, for low cigarette butts. I said, oh, that's nasty. And then she said, or but she was like, my memories is remembering her pimping me out on the corner for some drugs. I said, what kind of shit? So Brittany is not a fan of Jackie, but she there, to help her mom confront her, her mother or whatever. So Jackie looked like she got some kind of physical disability or something like that. So I don't know what was going on with her, but she did look like she was like disabled or something like that. Something looked like it was wrong with her. But and that's no joke, that was real life. But so they go up there first, and then Cindy come up there behind her with like flowers and stuff, and she was like, hi mom, we here and stuff like that. Marcelino was like, oh, okay, well, we gonna go outside with the kids. Marcelino said we gonna be an in and out job, okay? Like, my kids is not gonna be influenced by this wicked old grandmama or whatever. So Cindy and Brittany are still in there, and they're talking to Jackie. So Cindy starts telling her that, we're up here and stuff. And so Jackie was like, well, I thought y'all disowned me. It's been a couple years since y'all seen me and stuff like that. So I thought y'all forgot about me. I love you. I miss you and stuff. And Cindy like, I love you too, mom. We miss you too. And I'm like, no, you don't. What you lying for? Like, but I guess she want to respect her mom and let her mom hear what she want to hear, I guess, or whatever. But I'd have been real with her, like, no, I mean, you my mother, so I got love for you because you my mama. But no, like, the things you did to me was foul. You did some dirty shit to me. And I feel like Cindy should have been brave and been hard, like, no, like, this is what you did to me. But she was like trying to say it but not hurt her mom's feelings at the same time, because she was saying like you was drinking a lot, it was a lot of partying, it was a lot of drugs going on, you had your friends coming there when I was 12, 13 years old, molesting me, basically raping me and stuff. And she was saying like I started drinking and smoking when I was 12, 13 years old to numb the pain, and now I'm hooked on drugs and stuff. And here go her damn mama, because Cindy was like, I need you to own like what you put me through or whatever. Here go her mama. Well, I ain't put the bottle to your mouth, I ain't put the crack pipe to your mouth, I'm not responsible for nothing. At that point, I'd have been like, you know what, mama, I'm going to forgive you for me, but I'm not going to forget. And just because you my mama don't mean that I got to be all up here in your face, all lovey-dovey and all that other good stuff. But I just wanted to let you know how I'm feeling and what you did to me. But since you can't own it, it's okay. I will never receive the apology from you that I deserve. And that's okay, because I don't need it for me to heal and for me to go forward in my life. You know what? I'm just going to just end this chapter of you and me, and I'm going to move on with my life. Like, I would have just told her flat out like that, because don't nobody need to hear that. And then she rubbing on her face. Like, she was really patronizing her, and that made me mad for Cindy. Like, I wanted to jump through the TV and slap Jackie in her face, because, like, don't do that. And so Cindy got mad, or not mad, upset, because she like, oh, she acting senile. She acting like she don't know what happened and stuff. And so she walked off, and then, Brittany was just still sitting in there or whatever, looking like, oh my God, like, what in the world? Like, y'all just need to close the chapter. That lady is not going to own up to what happened back in the past. She's not going to own up to it. So just forgive her for your sanity and for your mentality and all that other stuff, Cindy, and just move forward and keep processing, because you already see the type of person that your mama is. She's not going to apologize. Unfortunately, she's not going to apologize. So just move forward. Like, I really felt sad for Cindy, because her mama is a piece of work. And you could tell in just that short 5 minutes that her mama was a piece of work all her life. Like, that was crazy to me. I was just like, oh my God. Chevelle and Q. Child, first of all, Chevelle in that outfit. I wish they moved on to a different scene, because I am so tired of seeing her in that outfit. Like, that outfit was not meant for her. I don't understand why. Is it like pants? Is it a dress? I don't understand why she put that outfit on. Like, that just did not. What made her put that outfit on, go outside, and be like, this is real flattering to my shape? Like, this just don't. No. Like, what made, like, was she looking in the mirror and was like, damn, I'm fly in this out? Like, no. Like, no. No. I just don't understand why she put that outfit on. And then you want to see me with the outfit on. Chevelle, do better, girl. But anyway, DeMarc takes the little baby off to do some stuff or whatever like that, because Chevelle wants to talk to let me unplug this thing, because I think that charger making my thing move slow. Chevelle wants to talk to Q by herself. So she like, come on, let's go on the Ferris wheel. He like, Ferris who? And I'd have been just with him. I do not do Ferris wheels. I do not do Ferris wheels. I'm afraid of heights. I do not do Ferris wheels. I will do anything. Like, you can put me on a roller coaster and I close my eyes and scream to the top of my lungs, but I would rather go on a roller coaster than a Ferris wheel. I do not do Ferris wheels, because Ferris wheels stop and let people off. And then you are stuck at the top until they let the people off. And then they go down a little bit. And then you still stuck at the freaking top until they let people off, until they get to your damn car. I don't do Ferris wheels. I do not do Ferris wheels. So I was with Q. Let me off this thing, okay? But they get up there and she's talking about some. She want him to commit, and if he don't commit by the time this Ferris wheel ride over, she gonna leave him and stuff like that. So they up there on the dang Ferris wheel and stuff. And she like, well, you know, where we going with this? What we doing and stuff, you know? And he's talking about something. What you talking about? I'm here or whatever. She was like, no, I'm talking about commitment. Like, I want to be, where we going? What's the future look like for us or whatever? And he like, well, I mean, what you talking about? Like marriage and stuff? She was like, yeah, like, you know what I want and stuff. So he like, this what you talking about? This ring? This what you talking about? And so she looking like, Like, she trying not to smile. So he like, this ring? You talking about this ring? So he, what he say? Talking about something. We day ones. We talking commitment. Will you marry me? I said, what kind of ghetto ass proposal? You, what? And she like, you for real? You for real? Oh my. You for real, Quaylen? Oh my. You for real? Yes. Yes. I will marry you. Yes. Oh, God. I didn't expect it to help. Chevelle, if you don't get out of my face, if you don't get out of my face with this foolery, child. And he's talking about something now, I'm going to tell DeMarc that and then get me off this Ferris wheel. I said, child. DeMarc finna lose his whole entire mind. Do you understand me? His whole entire mind. John, Shane, and Lacey, child. Shane is crazy. Shane crazy, okay? He's talking about we changing the code on the house. We need a thicker door, like, because if he come, we ain't. I was like, what? Boy, if you don't calm down. But Shay said he not over John being out of jail and Lacey not telling him, basically. So he's still in his feelings. I was like, Lacey, how many times you gonna clean that dang on sink? Girl, the sink ain't but yay big. Like, how many times you gonna spray it down, wipe it down, spray it down, wipe it down? How many times, boo? But anyway, Shane like, I don't want nobody breaking in the house. We need to change the code. Lacey like, don't nobody else got the code but me, you, and my pappy. Like, what? And my daddy don't like John, so he not gonna give him the code. So Shane like, I don't care. We need better locks around here because you never know what a drug addicted man gonna do when he need dope or something like that. And then Shane like, well, my he said something like my wife in here, my wife pregnant in here, and this MFer busts up in here, I'm busting that MFer up. I said, Shane, don't, no. You on camera, boo. You can't say stuff like that on camera. Don't do that. You gonna go back to jail. So we see John. It looked like John was parked outside their house again. I need John to get a whole entire life. Don't he got a job? Like, work, sir. Work. But anyway, he's stalking. And so he must have hit up Miranda, Lacey friend or whatever. So she gonna meet him. And they have like a history because they've been friends for a long time too or whatever. So he want to know, because they meeting at like the lake or something like that, child. And he want to know, like, did Lacey set him up? Like, did Lacey call the cops on him and send him to jail and yada, yada, yada? He already know the answer to this. So I don't understand why he asking again. Like, Lacey done already told us that she called the cops and sent his ass to jail. So why he ain't look back at the tapes? But whatever. She like, I don't really know that answer. I can't help you out with that. But, you know, I think you should know some things, you know, what's going on. So he like, well, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. So she was like, well, Lacey pregnant. And he was like, well, Shane? Ain't she? All right. So she like, yeah. He like, oh, okay. All right. She was like, well, you know, I hate to be the person to tell you, but I thought you should know and stuff. He was like, all right. So then she hoping that her telling him will have him leave Lacey alone. But so he's sitting at the pier and he tells us that Lacey, they was together for what, like 16 years or something like that, on and off for 16 years, I think. Was it 16 years? I think it was a long ass time. And at one point she did get pregnant by John, but then she had a miscarriage or whatever. And then he thought that one of the children was his, but then it turned out, you know, he wasn't. So now he like, damn, I can't believe that she having a baby with Shane when, you know, we were supposed to be together. Because the friend was like, you know, all that time I was rooting for you, John, and you just, you know, screwed it up or whatever. So I was hoping you would get it together, but you just never did. So I'm just like, And then Lacey had told us she had to get restraining orders and all that other stuff out on John because he be flipping out when he on that dope. So I'm like, boy, you really messed up because you let them drugs get in the way of your relationship. And it sounded like y'all had like a semi-solid relationship prior to the drugs or whatever. So like you let them drugs and getting into that life get you, you know, like you messed up your relationship. Live with that, let it go. Like, what is that information going to do for you if you find out that Lacey sent you to jail? Like, what is that going to do for you? So because he said he still want to find out. I don't know. He did say his heart was broken since he found out that she pregnant with Shane baby. But he said he not over Lacey and it's not over with because he still wanted his answers. Did she lock him up? Let's look at the footage. She already said she did. Like the fuck. Anyway, y'all. John and Christiana. So we see John, he in the car. It say 3 weeks until release or whatever like that. He tells us that things are heating up with the sister and stuff. The mom and the sister been living with him for about 10 months. And he got his 3 kids in there too. The dang Tara like, well, you know, daddy going to work. You want something like she playing stepmom and stuff. I'm like, this is just crazy. But he tells us that it's a unique situation. He go visit his friend, the one who married him or whatever. And the friend like, well, what are you doing to, you know, initiate this flirting and stuff? Because he tells him that Tara been, you know, coming on to him. But he act like he ain't do nothing or whatever. But then he was like, well, you know, I'm human and stuff like that. And I've been, you know, she been flirting with me and stuff. And I kind of like it. And I've been taking her phone and we've been playing here and there and stuff like that. So you encouraging it. Like you telling her to, it's okay. Like if you stopped it, she wouldn't be doing it. But you enjoyed it and you wanted her to keep going. And if Christiana wasn't getting out of jail early, you'd have still been doing it. Like, they probably would have slept together. Truth, to be honest, okay? If Christiana wasn't getting out in 3 weeks or 2 days or whatever, he probably would have slept with Tara, okay? Because he's talking about something, he human and stuff. And I'm like, but who cares if you human? You can still make the choice not to have sex with your sister-in-law or anybody else. Like, you have choices to make, sir. But anyway, he tells us that he a serial cheater. So this is in his DNA. Like he does this, okay? Then he was saying like, what else he say? He said something else, child. He said he was a serial cheater because that's what the producers asked him. And he said that he married his wife's cousin. His other wife's, I said his wife, the wife's cousin. What? Do Christiana know all this? He said every relationship he been in, he cheated. Like, why would someone willingly get into a relationship? He must ain't tell him. He must say he couldn't have told him. And so the friend was basically like, look, I need you to think with your brain and not your dang-a-lang, okay? And because then he gonna say, well, is it worth 30? The friend said 30 minutes or something like that. John gonna tell us, well, you know, I don't want to ruin my relationship over 30 seconds of sex. I said, not 30 seconds. So you a quick pumper. Okay. He in the garage with the boat, right? Because he done found some lemon of a boat that he brought for Christiana. He gonna fix up or whatever like that. He get a collect call from Christiana and she like, surprise, I'm getting out in 2 days or whatever. However, I got some bad news. I can't be in that same house with Tara because she got open cases and stuff. So she gonna have to go. And I'm not going to any halfway house or whatever. So he like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to break the bad news to her. I'll handle it and stuff like that. So he says he don't want to tell her, but at least to take him off the hook. Because he wanted her gone anyway, but he didn't know how to get her gone. So by Christiana coming home, he can use that as an excuse as to why Tara needs to leave out the house. So he called, well, the mama was already sitting outside. He calls Tara outside and he tells them, like, you know, she getting out of jail in 2 days and stuff like that. But you can still be here because you got open cases. Tara like, well, I'm not even on parole or nothing like that. He was like, yeah, but you know, your cases is open and I don't have no choice. It's either you or Christiana and I'm going to choose my wife. So you got to go. She like, well, where I'm going to go? He was like, I don't know. The mama like, well, can we get her an efficiency or something like that? Because she like, John. I was like, Lord. So she like, can we get her an efficiency? He was like, well, I'm tapped out. Like, y'all done drank me in these last 10 months. Ain't none of y'all working and shit. You ain't even out there stripping on the pole or nothing like that. Bring some extra coins in the house. I ain't got no money for you know being no efficiency. I don't know what you want to do. So the mama like, well, I don't want her to get back on drugs and stuff. So she like, I don't either, mama. So it was like a whole touching moment. And then Tara tells us that she don't believe nothing John's saying. John just want her out of the house so she won't have to tell Christiana. But she gonna tell Christiana anyway. And then John tell us he ain't gonna tell Christiana nothing because she ain't gonna find out. I said, oh, okay. We gonna see about that. And then Andrea and Lamar. So Andrea is going to meet Chantel and stuff like that, and she's saying she gonna be calm and Christ-like or whatever. But if Shantae come for her, she gonna go back at her because it seemed like she asking for her. I said, oh God. But anyway, Chantel, she got 2 kids or whatever. So, Andrea, she going there, she say hi to the kids and stuff. She real polite to the children. Priscilla was like, Mama, before they went in the house, Priscilla was like, Mama, can you and Chantel get along? Because I really want y'all to. I was like, oh, she's so cute. But anyway, so Priscilla go into the room with the 2 children. Lamar, Andrea, and Chantel sitting on the couch. And Andrea, because Chantel was saying like she feels like Andrea is keeping Lamar from coming over, and he only comes over when they have like a fight or something like that. So Lamar was like, well, she's not keeping me from, coming over. And so Andrea was saying like she just wants to be understood or something like that. She said something, child. I forgot what she said, but she said she wanted to be accepted. So Lamar was like, well, I'm going to excuse myself so y'all 2 ladies can talk. So they sit there, they talk, they had like a good conversation and stuff like that. Andrea was saying like she didn't know if Chantel was going to be spoiled, and she didn't want to bring that energy into her household and all this other stuff because her kids was innocent, and she didn't want to. I was like, Andrea, you bring negative energy to your children, and what? I was like, what are you talking about? You bring negative energy to your children all the time. Like, you yelling, you screaming, you throwing stuff. Like, girl, but you scared that she's spoiled and gonna bring. I would rather some spoiled energy be up in the house than all this negative yelling, fighting, and all this other stuff energy. So I was just like, girl, stop. But Andrea was saying like she don't keep Lamar away, and she wants Chantel to be part of the family because Andrea. Chantel was saying like she wanted to be a part of their family, and she feels like Lamar chose her family over her, and she feels like it's 2 separate families, and she wants to be a part of their family and stuff. So Andrea did say that she was going to welcome her and her children into her family, that she gonna spoil the grandkids, love on the grandkids, love on Chantel and stuff like that. So it seemed like it seemed like it was they settled it basically. It didn't go left or right. Left or right. It didn't go left. It for once it went right. It went right. But I was still side-eyeing Andrea like, girl, you ain't want her to bring the drama. But you bring the drama all the time. Like, okay, Andrea. Oh, and then we saw like a little scene with Nyla and Tennyson. And Tennyson in the confessional finally did something to his hair, child. But on the beach, it was still rough. And they was talking about dating as Mormons and stuff like that. And Nyla said she wasn't interested in no guys or anything like that. And that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Let me make sure I got everybody. Because y'all know I'll click off here quick and don't be having everybody. Yep, I got everybody. So that was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down there in them comments. If you ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.